Now, when it comes to a good movie, nothing is black or white. Some people might love it, some might hate it. Then there are many, many shades of grey.
It seems 50 Shades of Grey, to be exact, based on one of the most popular and best-selling but worst-reviewed fan fiction novels of the century. The movie does deviate from the book, which has divided fans. Movie man Jason Jabba Davis bound himself into a cinema seat to watch the film.
How deviant is it?
Oh, it's vanilla. It's about as vanilla as a vanilla milkshake from McDonald's, if they made such
Delicious.
a thing. Well, not quite delicious. Obviously, it's been a phenomenon this week, which is disappointing given you've got films like Citizen 4, Wormwood, an Aussie zombie film. You've got a new Billy Connolly comedy in cinemas. The Interview is finally released, and Selma, which we'll get onto in a second. But this is obviously purely for the fans. It'll have a huge first week. It's the story about a young couple that teach each other boundaries. Young woman there, Anastasia Steele, played by Tippi Hedren's granddaughter and Melanie Griffith's daughter.
Oh, really?
Which is quite, you know, a phenomenal pedigree.
Yeah.
Dakota Johnson, she stars alongside this guy who's in the TV show The Fall. He is Mr. Grey. He's the most tedious, unlikable character you've come across in about 400 years of any type of literature. He's super wealthy, he's a billionaire playboy, and he literally shows her the ropes when it comes to sexual behaviour. I found it detestable. I really wanted to walk out on this, and I thought, I walked out of The Gambler. Jackie, our director, gave me hell for that, so I sat through this. My mistake. Got home, mowed the lawn. That was the most sweat that I built up.
So you went home and mowed the lawn after this?
50 Shades of Grey. 1.5 stars. If you did go and see it and enjoyed it, you can hit me on Twitter or Facebook. Good on you. Well done. Just junk.
So not as good as 9.5 weeks?
No, 9.5
How
weeks.
does your lawn look?
It's got lawn grubs. If anyone's got a solution for that, you can hit me as well, because it's got mounds on it.
Selma.
Yeah, OK, from grey to black, the Oscar-nominated award-winning Selma is out this week with the most phenomenal cast. It's the story of the march from Selma to Montgomery, a walk of 50 miles at the height of the civil rights fight in 1965. Interestingly, the rights to the Martin Luther King Jr. story are owned by another studio, so all of Luther King's speeches, which he's so famous for, had to be rewritten for this film. They couldn't use any actual dialogue that he'd used. That's Tom Wilkinson there as LBJ, Lyndon Johnson, and there's been some claims of historical inaccuracies about whether LBJ was actually into pursuing the blacks' right to vote or not. Really powerful film, incredible cast, a must-see. 4.5 stars for Selma. Do go and see this.
Wow, that looks fantastic.
Yeah. Also catch Citizen 4 if you can. It's out in very limited release. The story of Edward Snowden and the leaks. The government is watching everyone.
I'm looking forward to seeing Selma. You know, make us reflect upon how far we've come or not in places like Montgomery, Alabama.
Even if you jump over to apartheid. Next week, Ashton Kutcher's wife Mila Kunis and Channing Tatum in the space opera that is Jupiter Ascending. It's had shocking reviews. I loved it. Tell you about it next week.
Okay,
why do you bring all your rubbish here to review?
That's what we do, mate. That's what we do.
Send us a photo of your hedge. Don't go anywhere. We're back in a minute.
It's not so bad. It's a nicer place.